over one more.
One more?
Is that number 2?
Yes.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us
The
now?
crowd. What?
Logan's coming.
Okay.
We'll just sign at the camera then.
Good morning, no sound.
1
ladies.
minute. 1 minute.
Okay, go over one more.
Okay.
Anything now? Can you hear us now?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yay,
Hopefully we're
Patty.
good.
I'm really
We
good
have
at following
sound.
instructions. Yeah.
If you're on TikTok, you always had sound.
See,
Yeah.
this is the problem. We were just talking about how we cleaned up everything, and now we messed it
the
up.
cords up. We messed everything up.
It's just kind of how that goes sometimes.
Oh, good.
You know?
I'm glad everyone can hear us.
I
It
don't-
must be really weird to watch us, and we're just like.
So we appreciate that you guys let us know.
My sign language is not good enough to get
I was
through
like,
a whole 30 minutes.
just a minute. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
just a minute.
We had to
Just
call
a minute.
Logan.
Yeah.
Get Logan on the phone.
So to recap what we were saying is today we're going to try some Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. We're going to try coffee that we went actually into the Blue Mountains to get and bring back.
And it was like death-defying, terrifying experience winding up this mountain with washed out roads where it had rained and
The
stuff.
hurricane that went through.
But it was really cool. And it was a very cool experience to watch them, roast them in these big, I forgot. They did take pictures of me roasting them in this big pan.
I didn't share any of our photos on the
Whatever.
VIP page, I don't think. I'll have to share some of the photos of that.
I'll have to give you the photo I have.
Yeah.
Of it. So it was a super cool experience, but I am going to tell you because, we do coffee for a living, that when we looked at the quality of the beans and looked at the roasting method, it'll be interesting to see how the coffee tastes.
Right.
Oh no, because is this the person who's roasting on top of the mountain,
Mhm.
like
Right.
in the pan?
Right. So
And he very happy.
Okay.
He's what is that? A
Rastafarian.
Yeah.
Um,
There was also some ganja growing nearby.
well, he said there might be some in the coffee because, because he was
So
It would
blowing
burn
it in.
off,
what you're
though.
saying
it would.
is that
Yes.
when I brought this back through customs and I did not declare it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
could have
the-
been
the-
like
the
the Claire
dr-
Danes movie again.
It's a good thing the dog didn't sniff it. is
Well,
what I'm
what's
saying.
crazy is that when we were sitting in the Ocho Rios airport, 2 drug dogs did come in. They walked right by me.
Yeah.
So thank you, dogs.
I mean, that's probably not what they're looking for anyway.
No.
No.
Do you guys remember that movie from I think the 90s with Claire Danes where she brought back drugs in a Thai, and she ends up in like a Thai prison for like 2 years?
Not even
If that if that doesn't scar you if you've seen that movie.
I did see
Oh.
a thing on Facebook though, and it was a girl, and she was going to a different country, and she just stuff smelled like amphetamine, tested positive, like the tested where she sat on the seat, and it tested for heroin.
What?
All this stuff. The girl had nothing on her, but she started crying because she was like, "This is my mom's luggage. Like, what's my mom doing?
What is mom
It was
doing?
just crazy."
What is mom doing?
Well,
Okay,
What's
so
the
we're
question.
I have a question. I was looking last night for tea pods for some nighttime not feeling well moments. Do you
Okay.
have plans to add teas?
Interesting.
Yeah, we haven't found because we played with adding cocoa or other items. We just haven't found anything that to us is the quality that we would want under the Coffee Beanery brand of
Mhm.
any of those items.
Mhm.
So tea we haven't looked at so much.
We
So-
did though. We tried a bunch of teas.
We tried
Right.
And then we tried to do a refillable pot, like even just loose leaf and the
Yeah.
refillable, but it
Well,
doesn't steep
the problem,
long enough.
so I teach the tea class, right? The problem with tea is that it steeps for a certain amount of time. So like a green tea is like 2 to 3 minutes, a black tea is like 5 to 7 minutes, and herbal can be more.
Yeah.
If you're using an actual pod, the water is just shooting through quick, right? And it's not getting the appropriate steep time. So I personally, unless there's a big change in like the way the machines are made, I don't see us ever doing it in a pod. That being said, we do sell a line of Republic teas, which we love.
which
Yeah.
are very good. Yeah.
And for not feeling well, definitely peppermint teas. We have a ginseng peppermint that's really good, like the peppermint coats your belly. in a nice way. Chamomile lemon for sleeping.
I like the dandelion.
The dandelion, which is a digestive
My
tea,
favorite.
is one of our very favorite teas. All
Is
three of
that the
us love it.
pancake one?
It is the
Yeah,
pancake
Laurie says
one.
it smells like pancakes. It has vanilla in it. And it's just great. It's their dandelion herbal tea. I can't remember.
But just
Something
for,
like
I mean,
that.
it's kind of like when they first started doing K-cups, they only did like instant coffee because they wanted to get it because of the pressure and the time constraints.
Yeah.
That it would be really difficult.
Yeah.
Hi,
Do they
good
make
morning.
instant tea? I'm not sure if they
Yes,
do
I
or
don't know if
not.
they'd make it instant
So
product.
we did have
Yeah.
a company that did have like an
Mhm.
instant tea type product, but it was more like an iced tea flavor, and
Yeah.
it was not great.
Yeah. We've tried a lot of stuff, which I had a new flavoring company send me flavors yesterday.
Okay.
I have never been
Oh, those are the ones you were trying to get me to smell.
angry smelling a flavor.
Yeah, she literally made the worst face after smelling this jar, and then reaches out to me and goes, "Want to smell it?" I'm like, "No."
Like one of them was like something sea cream. And then we were all like, what is sea cream exactly?
What is sea cream?
Yeah. So even the cocos and stuff. And then we tasted other people who make those
Mhm.
because I bought some of them, at the grocery store or whatever. And it was like, you could tell they all use the same
base.
kind of base, and
Yeah.
it just wasn't good. So we
Mhm.
just decided we'll stick with coffee
We're good
and
at
stick with
coffee.
tea, but just separately.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo, we did talk about the Earl Grey decaf too, and I think we talked to Jenny about ordering more on the next order, so I'll remind her about that.
We probably haven't done a tea order in a second.
Yeah, it just depends on what sells the most, and it probably wasn't like a huge seller for us, but I do like the Earl Grey. It has bergamot in it, which is a nice like citrus piece.
I
to
hate
it.
tea. I want to like it.
like
I
tea.
just don't.
I love tea.
Yeah,
I wish I did.
yeah,
Because it just seems like it could be very calming and whatever.
Mhm.
But it is interesting that coffee has more antioxidants than tea.
It does.
So because I think of tea as very
Mhm.
healthy and very,
Mhm.
it has a lot of,
Mhm. Green tea is awesome for you.
herbs
If you
and
like
stuff.
matcha's great for you. It's so green.
So
Mhm.
we are
Yeah, I
trying
don't
to
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
sorry.
Jamaican.
Yes, let's try some stuff.
So we're going to do Jamaican. So we're doing the stuff that we went to the top of the mountain and picked. Or we didn't pick, but we saw, and then we're going to do our Jamaican as well.
So I went over while I'm not really going to tell you guys which one is which. So just do like left hand, right hand kind of thing. Because I want you, and I do have it with cream if you'd like to try it with cream, but we're going to try it black right now. This is just
I'm going
mine.
to keep this one in my left hand.
Okay, and so then put this one in your right hand. Left hand, right hand. Like we said,
you can smell it.
we have like a patented right roast, process, right? Where we're roasting things to the best ability of the bean. But before we even get to roasting, we are buying the top quality coffee you can buy, right? Not all coffee is created
the
equal.
top 3%. So top 3% specialty.
Right.
So we only use and it makes us coffee snobs. I'm going to tell you, when we travel or anything, it's just so picky. When you've had good coffee, it is so difficult to go back.
Yeah.
And that's why we have so many wonderful customers. We appreciate it.
Right.
Because some people do try to do it economical and they're just like, it's
I get a lot of that on
luxury.
social. How dare you charge this much? Blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, it's not the same. It's not really comparable when you think about the care that goes in the coffee, sorting out the defects. And there was no
even
sorting.
coffee that has fillers and stuff. So it's not actually all coffee.
Right.
So.
And fun fact about Jamaican, if you didn't know that Jamaican and Hawaiian coffees, a lot of times when people sell them, they're blends. Both of these are 100% Jamaican Blue Mountain coffees.
We literally get a certification paper with the coffee saying what it is.
That it's 100%. And a blend,
Mo
I think
says,
only.
Patti, you have your right and left different from the other two.
Did I switch them?
We have the first one you handed us in the left and the second one in the right.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. I can tell the difference. It honestly,
smell.
yeah.
You can smell the difference.
Yeah, you can definitely smell the difference, but thank you. Okay, so try your right hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink some water.
I didn't bring my water bottle.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready to try your left.
Good. Yeah, I needed to get the right out of my mouth.
So one of them is obviously very astringent.
Yeah. You could tell by smelling it. It was
mhm.
going to be like that.
Oof. I'm gonna post a picture in our VIP group of what the coffee looks like laying out, because they were doing a sun drying method to dry the coffee. So sun drying is like after they wash it, or not, sometimes they don't even wash it, sometimes it's unwashed. They just put it out, like, and they're coffee cherries, and they let them dry to remove the outer mucilage and chafe on the inside.
So it's like a peanut when you can rub it and you see that stuff on the outside.
Yes, exactly like that.
So, and some people remove it and some people don't.
Yes.
It creates a huge issue in some of the roasters because it's like very flammable. So if you do it.
Ours is so good though.
Yeah. So not to diss the roaster that we went to at all. It's just there definitely are flaws.
It was a fun experience.
Yes.
And we could tell looking at their coffee, do you know what I mean? That it just wasn't amazing. And like Patti said, I mean, you can tell by looking at coffee if it's good or if it's been sorted or what level it is.
Yeah.
They said, remember in Scotland, our tour guide said it was posh coffee.
Oh yes. Oh, that's so funny. I love. Oh, hi, Juanette. Oh, it's so
That's
nice.
she's finally able to catch one of your lives.
Oh, I just rewatched your little the video that you made of our tour, and I just loved watching it. It was so fun to. We had when we went to Scotland, we had a very small group. It was 6 of us, and then our tour guides. And we did a week-long tour in Scotland. Highly, highly recommend it.
That's super fun.
And just really fun. So it was 2 couples and then 2 single ladies. We were trying to find one of them a husband.
That sounds about right.
And so she's had a few husbands. One of them being a chef, but she's a world traveler, just so fun.
I love that.
So, but they did keep saying, "Oh, we're gonna stop and get posh coffee." I was like, "Oh, thank goodness!"
Real coffee.
What is their
posh coffee
like
really
that?
meant like lattes, or because a lot of times they only had brewed coffee.
Okay, and was their coffee quality decent or?
No,
No.
it
Not
wasn't.
good.
It wasn't great. So it wasn't great.
This Jamaican's so good.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
So what else are we trying to do?
Well, I have a whole lot of R&D coffee that I finally got flavored.
I love how you force us to do R&D. You're like, oh, live R&D time.
You
have us seated in one place.
Yes, I have. And honest to God, that is 1,000% what I thought.
So we're trying other coffees.
Yes,
Okay.
just one.
These coffees are what, to be put in the monthly boxes?
Yes.
Or
Well, so we've ordered the first 6 months of lids and stickers, and I think Ashley's working on designs. I need the next 6 months because we do have to order them so far in advance. I just finally got flavoring done the other day. I do have most of the flavoring done for the next 6 months, but I do have to work through it. So I needed you guys all sitting in one spot. However, I also had to say,
it's like she's corralling us like
I do,
children.
100%. Because
we kind of have to be corralled to be fair.
I'll brew it, and I'm like, where are they?
Pebbles.
Where did they go?
Going to Eastern Europe in 2 weeks. I'm so jealous. We're going to
I'm glad
Japan.
you like the coffee.
Yes.
On
For 3
TikTok,
weeks.
Miss Pebbles, I'm not sure who you are,
Oh,
but
Miss
she
Pebbles
has
is-
amazing coffee.
Miss Pebbles is an
thank you.
influencer for us.
She's an influencer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I recognize her name. Nice to see you. Yes.
And thank you for joining us on our rambling.
Yeah. Welcome to Wednesday Ramblings. That's what we'll call it.
Never says you didn't send me some.
I should do that. I did just get it flavored yesterday, though. So,
Yeah, I saw the big bags of like past flavor.
Yeah, you're like,
coffee. It would
what
be
is
fun.
that?
well, and I walked by it a couple times and I'm like, oh, we're only supposed to try Jamaican for a live. And I said, no, I finally have them sitting in one spot. We're doing it today
This
because
smells good.
it's hard to get them together.
We had a mystery coffee yesterday. It was funny.
Oh.
Jessica brought it. So she's like, and by smelling it smelled to me like Fruity Pebbles.
Mhm.
But she guessed cherry vanilla. Will said it was something orange, whatever.
Apricot.
He said it was
Oh, he said it was apricot, but it was cherry vanilla. But then I told her, I said, you can tell by the UPC code.
Yeah.
You can, and she had no idea that
Yeah,
you could
Brett
do by the
looked it up.
UPC code.
Yeah.
It was cherry
Yeah.
vanilla decaf. So
Okay.
really good nose for on Jessica. I just was like Fruity
Does
Pebbles.
it have some sort of chocolate in it?
It does. It does. It's a little
Smells
different.
really good.
Mhm. I'm trying to remember what box I have it in too now.
Chocolate apricot.
You're like, I don't
No.
even know.
Well, now I've got
Ooh.
apricot in my brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
definitely, is it like a fig or something?
Nope, not a fig.
No.
Nope.
Am I way off base?
No, but it definitely has a bit of it almost has an amaretto note to it.
Was
Because
it
I would
chocolate
love to have a
amaretto?
summer
Chocolate
fruit
almond?
pie collection. Yes.
Ooh,
So,
summer
Bill,
fruit pie would be
we've
fun.
thought about that, but the problem is if we do an all fruit and like because then you get people who don't like fruit coffee.
Right.
So
And then
that's
they're
kind
upset.
of yeah. So we did a couple years ago, or I don't know. Yeah,
There
I think 2
is
years
one
ago.
coming up though that is
Yeah, that is. You're right.
It's like
There is
all
one coming
fruit.
up that is all fruit, but we didn't really, with the way the theme went, didn't really have a choice for it. But Bill, I will say that your comments today inspire the next box, the Cantina Delight box, because you've always talked about Mexican restaurant, right? We did do Cinco de Mayo box before,
a few
right?
years ago.
This one
And it
will
was
have
really
some different
popular.
flavors in it. Yeah, but I was going to tell you that yesterday when you said that you might
So
sign up
no
for the
margarita?
box again. No margarita flavor in this one, no, but other fun flavors. So
Okay, so oh shoot, that's the school. I knew this was gonna happen.
yeah, you did.
All right.
Yep,
Chocolate raisin.
yep.
I don't
Not
know what this is.
not chocolate raisin. So this flavor is chocolate cherry almond.
Oh, the almond in it.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes
That's
sense.
where you're getting the amaretto notes, the chocolate notes, the cherry notes.
It is
Yeah.
definitely quite a bit different than the chocolate
Mhm.
cherry by itself.
Which is interesting because at this point we do have 4 different cherry flavors.
Yeah.
So
And still huge
yeah,
sellers.
yes, our Michigan cherries always our #1 selling coffee by far, and now we have this chocolate cherry almond that I think
Okay,
can make the box.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for one of our boxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And the
It's
others,
amazing how just putting that third hint in, but it's kind of crazy too that you can get that depth of flavor.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? That you can get 3 flavors because even in
Mhm.
food, a lot of times you can't get
Yes.
3
Yeah.
flavors.
And it's interesting to pick them all up and get them. Tammy asked, will there ever be a build your own subscription with packets and single pods? I'd like to mix it up. Tammy, I think you can do that. It won't be the flavors that like are in our subscription box, but we do have pods and 1.75 ounce samplers.
And you can pick as
Yeah.
many as you want, right?
Yeah. And then you can, you can pick however many you want. So if I remember, I'll send you a link to where that is on our site. We do have a lot of people who do a build your own and they do it daily.
Deborah, I
Yeah.
went with you. No margarita. What? We do, but every time we've done margarita, it sits around for a minute.
The 12
The
ounce does
lime.
not sell as much because it is a lime flavor, which I love. I like the
could have done
lemon
strawberry,
flavor.
I
I
guess.
like, yeah, we could have done a strawberry.
And I did
margarita.
lime if you didn't join us last week when I won the baking
She
challenge.
did win the baking challenge. That was really good.
I did
cheesecake.
substitute lime. I thought it was
It was
really,
really
good.
good
Like I had
cheesecake.
some the next day too.
Yeah,
And I did share some with my grandbabies and my husband.
they all liked it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wish I had
Hannah
more.
said
It was really good.
one of the best she's ever
Yes,
had.
I would
so.
agree. It was really fluffy.
But I've decided, I keep forgetting to tell you this, but next challenge, you get to pick first. Because it isn't kind of fair because Patti gets like the last.
You guys
Leftover.
can't read the TikTok comments, but
Okay.
Lauren McKay jumped in and let her, and she's so proud you guys are using TikTok.
Oh, thanks, Lauren.
Oh, Lauren,
We
thank
love
you.
you. Mm.
Are you going to pick Dallas up?
I think she
would
was.
say-
Yeah, she had her
Okay.
stuff on her hands.
Yeah, this one is really good, Deborah.
Mhm.
Maybe
Yes.
Patti could sneak some in
Yes.
your next order.
Yes, I should. You know what? I do have. That's one problem is that when we have R&D coffee, we have to flavor like 3 to 5 pounds at a time. I make enough for 1 pot and then I never go back to it again.
I
And it
saw the
is
bags
coffee.
back
It
there, so
kills
it would
me.
be nice. It
It
would be
kills
nice
me.
to put them in
Yeah.
because even if we put it and then just the people that we recognize their names,
Yeah.
we
People
can
who
put
join
it
our
in there
lives.
so that they know it's
Yeah.
not some random person. Like,
Yeah.
what did they? What's this?
Yeah.
What's this unmarked bag in my thing?
Mo says, I love the Vanishing Spell coffee you had a couple years ago. I'm trying to
Oh, I
remember
don't
if that
remember
one
what
was a cherry one or not. That was a Halloween box that we did, and it was like a potion box.
Was it Van?
It was
Okay.
2 Halloweens ago because last Halloween was like the Franken flavors.
I don't know how you remember all of this. This is
I
crazy.
honestly don't.
How many
know
years are we going on our subscription now?
So May will be our 6th year because
Patti wants to try new
it
flavors
started
too.
in 2020. The only thing about that, Patti, is that I don't have these in decaf, so I don't know how you feel about that because I know you're a decaf drinker. So let me know if you would. I don't know
if
if
you can have some.
Yeah.
If you can have just a little bit of it.
Your friend from Scotland.
Oh,
yeah. Thank you for
have
joining
so much fun
us.
in Eastern Europe.
Yes.
I just looked at a Prague, like a Czech vacation. So let me know how it is.
Yeah.
So I can plan.
That sounds super fun. I'm so excited for your Japan trip, though.
I'm getting really excited. You know how things are so like you book them so far in advance, and then it's it's in 2 months.
Yeah.
It's getting so close. And we are going for 20 days. And I did just book a kimono photo session. So you try it on the kimono, and they do your makeup and everything, and then you go get your photos.
That's fun.
So
I've always wanted to do that. I love kimonos and I love saris. I've always wanted to try one on.
Sorry,
they're just beautiful.
They are beautiful.
I love the colors. They're so vibrant. Like it's just like wearing a jewel box. You know?
Yeah, they're
really
gorgeous.
pretty.
Yeah, my Indian neighbors we went over to a party one time, and the ladies looked just so beautiful.
And I've always wanted to do henna. I think that's really pretty.
I like henna too.
Yeah, I think it's gorgeous.
So no, I'm excited, and we are going to Tokyo Disney. So I am so excited about that.
Yes.
But we're going on another tour, and we went on such a small tour in Scotland, and it was amazing. Like just an amazing group of people, and then. I don't know how big this tour is, but at least 25 people, I think. So it'll be interesting to see.
I have Jamaican from ours that I'd rather just drink.
So this is good though. I like this.
So how many Disneys are there though? Isn't there like a Disney Hawaii and Disney?
Is there Shanghai, Paris? There's no Disney in Hawaii. That's a Disney
like a hotel
resort, but not a Disney.
Interesting.
So
you haven't done a Disney cruise either. Would you do that?
Maybe when the grandkids get a little. I mean, I have heard not one negative about a Disney cruise. I heard everybody has such a wonderful time.
Yeah.
So maybe when like the grandkids are bigger or whatever.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
But I would like to go to all of the.
Yeah, that'd be a bucket list thing to do.
It would be really
go
fun.
see them all.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I've been to Disney USA, and that was enough.
When we're staying in the park, which is crazy to me that they've got a hotel like in the park. So you can like literally just because the lines there can be like so long to get into Disneyland in Tokyo. And this one, you've got a special entrance from your hotel into the park.
That's really cool.
They say it is cheaper to fly to Tokyo and go to Disney there than to go Disney here.
Really?
Yes.
Have you found it to be the case yet?
I mean, we got like these beautiful hotel rooms and 2 days and then some dinners and whatever. And it was $2,300, which I mean, I know that hotels at Disney can be $800 easy. Yeah. So I feel like
Isn't the Grand Floridian the most expensive one?
I'm not sure if it is, but one of the ones on the monorail would be for sure. Yeah.
Is the Contemporary one of those ones?
It is Grand Contemporary and the Polynesia. I think the Polynesia actually might be the most expensive.
Have you heard about the dark stuff at like Disney Contemporary Hotel?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Especially that, I mean, people are there on magical vacation. And it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney cruises, I haven't heard one negative ever about them. So I'm sure they're amazing because bad things happen on Disney cruises too.
Mm-hmm.
Just crazy. People want to take the happy away.
Well, that's what they say, right? They go there and like it's the happiest, and then they are going, I'm like, I don't know that you're happy.
Well, I think, who knows? Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. And on that dark note,
it's sad. Yeah. But the weird thing, I think it's going to be, someone was having like panic attacks in Tokyo on one of my blog pages, because I think it is such a different environment that people don't think about, because everyone's very quiet. So when you're on the train and stuff, you're not talking and chatting to each other. It's very quiet.
That's so weird.
It's very polite for the most part. Like, everybody gets off the train, but you've seen the videos where people like literally pushing people into the train.
That's so weird.
So, and then I just heard that there's, for how polite of a society is, I think it's so weird. There's a thing called man bumpy something where literally men will like shoulder check women, like, and like to the point where they like fall down.
What?
Yes. And if you get mad at the person who did it, if you like raise your voice, or not hit someone, but you can get
Retaliate?
arrested for 28 days.
What? That's in Japan?
Yes. So it sounds crazy to me. It's like what these people are all bottled up and have to like pick on
Yuck.
people. And I'm like, don't do my hurt shoulder. I'll be upset.
Yeah.
But I think I'd yell at someone if they did that.
Yeah, like,
But
hey,
then
dude,
you're
stop.
causing you're causing a scene, and you can get in trouble for causing a scene.
So it's like the menace of society who's just like trying to rile you up, but
Just
they're the
trying to-
menace.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of such a thing, but people on the thing like,
so
yes, it
weird.
happened to me. It's very common.
That's so weird.
And it's like, how much pent up anger do you have that you have to like bowl people over? And it's like a
Dude.
thing.
Dude, go get some therapy.
I know, right?
Like, that's bizarre.
So weird.
Have you been working on your Japanese?
No, I'm
language or
going to do it
talking?
like 2 weeks before I go because I forget it that quick. It is very, very difficult.
I bet, right? I don't know.
But I
any.
did print out like the different foods and what they
Okay.
actually are.
Okay.
So that
That's fair.
So that with if I go to a menu, it doesn't have pictures.
Right.
That I'm not caught unaware, and also when I get fish something.
No, that's fair.
Uncooked fish.
How, do you worry at all? Because you're in the group though, so you're probably not really worried about being able to communicate.
Yeah, we're in the group most of the time. We're
Mhm.
in Tokyo a couple days, and then on either end of it.
Yeah.
So, but usually people can speak English
Yeah.
or passable English.
We were in the Miami airport on the way back from Jamaica, and most people spoke Spanish, and
Mhm.
we had to like find people who could speak English. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, this is Miami. But we were ordering coffee. I'm like, cafe, you know.
Mhm.
But that that was kind of hard. And then I remember I tried to learn Spanish before I went to Costa Rica,
Right.
and
right.
kind of had some of it retained. But I took German in high school and don't remember any of that. And
it's not very helpful. I just
No.
always think we're so fortunate that
Mm.
most countries someone can speak passable English.
yes,
I mean, I just think about people that come here from China or whatever, and you can't
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
if you can't speak
Yeah.
English, like say you're from China and you go to German, I think everybody then resorts to English, or you know what I mean?
yeah,
To try to, because a lot of people can do passable English.
yes. And they say English is so hard to learn too, right? We wouldn't know, right, guys? But
Mhm,
it is
mhm.
weird. Patty says, as I fell, my knee would definitely hit a special area. Just saying, on accident, of course.
Yes.
I think all Patties are feisty, aren't we?
I think it would be hard just not to do or say something.
Yeah, because like that's kind of like the
Especially if you
American
like
way a
fall
little bit.
down.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I'm just not used to like a man like checking me.
So, yeah, I would be blindsided by it. So they
Yeah.
said you like stand your ground and like lower a
Check him
shoulder
back.
so that but
You
it's
should
just
just wear
like,
football shoulder pads underneath. They're like, look, come at me.
yeah, I don't think that's gonna go over well if that happens. That's all
Well,
I'm
right,
saying.
and then like you're with your husband, and then like he's gonna want to defend you, right? Because
right.
like that's his natural instinct is
And
protect
they said
you.
a lot of times they do it to women, so
Yuck.
it's a weird aggression thing.
I've never heard that because I've always thought that culture was very
I'm
polite
kind
and
of glad that
kind.
I did, because it would have caught me so off guard otherwise.
Mhm.
And I
You're-
definitely would have turned around and screamed.
You're a blonde target too. I don't know how that's gonna go for you.
Like, oh, come at me. Come at me.
But again, you don't have a good shoulder
But
either.
my
so
shoulder hurts a little bit. It's
Yeah.
honestly from doing packages.
Yeah.
It still hurt.
I'm trying to make you not do that
But-
anymore because that is rough on your
The what
shoulder.
is easier? I can't.
The knee is easier.
Oh, yeah.
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 I have to
Yeah.
remember that one,
Yeah.
especially.
Just get something on your way down. Just
Mhm.
throw in a couple of uppercuts. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to fall. I think the mouse is all the way on the other side. I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
meant a mouse.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
what are
No,
you
no,
talking
no.
about?
No.
Oh
Lori
my
does not
gosh.
do well with critters of that size at all. I'm the no snakes girl. She's the no mouse girl. So
I don't mind snakes.
she's
Snakes
a hard no for that. She's a hard no
snakes
for
and
that.
spiders are okay, but because I feel like I can outrun them,
Yes.
whether I
agreed.
can or not. And I'm so much bigger than them that it doesn't bother me. But
Yeah.
like mice, but I think I said before that
Mhm.
my friend is a psychologist or a counselor, and I looked up, how many people have gotten killed by chickens, by
We
squirrels,
need to talk about this
by
next
other
time.
things.
Yes.
So it did help.
Okay, so where are mice at? Well, okay, the Black Death though. Wasn't the Black Death started by mice who were flea bitten?
Yeah, but that's not like a mice attacking you and biting you and
I
killing you.
mean, they took out a third of Europe. I don't know. I feel like that's
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
I think that's valid.
Yeah, Patty, I'm with you. Ugh.
Okay, so what animal kills the most then? Isn't it rhinoceros?
No
I don't
idea.
know.
I don't need something else to be scared of. So, but
good
that's what I
news is-
decide I should never go on a safari.
Yes.
Because I don't really like animals. Like
No.
I don't want to be out in a thing and then a tiger come up, because if a tiger starts coming up and sniffing by me,
Right.
I'm gonna be on top of the roof screaming exactly probably what you're not supposed to do.
I'm gonna
do.
start crying maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
I would, yeah, because I freaked out when this freaking stingrays came, and
Oh.
so
Logan corrected me on my Black Death. He says it was the spread of disease. Okay, but was I wrong?
but they started.
It was the fleas on the mice that caused the plague. Thank you, Mo. So we can say
so
that
it's actually the
mice,
fleas.
but they were the carriers. They were the parasite host. Okay, I don't think I'm wrong here.
Yeah, I don't. You want the tiger? Oh yeah.
So Deborah, a couple years ago for was it our 40th when we did our Spirit Week?
Mm-hmm.
We did a themed week, and like every week or day we did a dress up, and we did a dress what you want to be day, or dress what you wanted to be when you grow up.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a white tiger trainer, which I have no idea why I wanted to do that, because I mean, look at poor
she had a
Secret.
cute outfit.
Yeah,
is
I
what
did.
it is.
I did. But look at poor Siegfried and Roy, right? One of
Yeah.
them got mauled.
I was the principal.
Yeah, you were the principal. Yeah, you're the naughty principal. Is what you were.
That was fun. I know. I was thinking it's our 50th coming up this year in August.
Yeah, we
So I
got
was
a lot of
thinking about that,
planning.
what we should do like here for
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah,
Britton said to do a golf outing, which would be fun, like a fun one with fun events, like we
Yeah.
do for Father's Day in our family.
yeah.
So.
Except I hate golf. So I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
this
how that
is
would
like
go.
fun events. So
Yeah.
you like have strings that you have to do some holes the fastest. Like
Yeah.
it's a game, so it's
Okay.
not just skill.
I can't even be drunk though, so it just doesn't even sound that fun to me.
Yeah,
Like-
it's still fun.
Like even when we bowled, like I was the worst bowler. I just suck at
But that
all
wasn't like a
sports.
team event.
Yeah.
Like we weren't like you were in a team,
We
but
were
you
on
were
a
all by
team.
yourself. The golf, this is more of a team, so you've got to strategize and figure out.
But then
How
I
to
feel
do it.
bad for my team because I suck that much.
I want to be thin and young.
Mo says when I grow up, I want to be thin and young. Same, Mo.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah, we're all
Mm.
there with you.
Oh, amen. I always just want to have a good skincare routine. Logan says one day won't kill you. Yeah, Logan, I know. One day won't kill me. As long as there's no geese that run out and attack, because that happened to my husband the last time he golfed. He got attacked by a mother goose.
Yeah, that's
Right?
real. I mean,
Or if you're in Florida and apparently there's alligators all over the golf
there are
courses
alligators.
and anacondas. Okay. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, Florida is probably not the place for you.
It is not the place for me. Anywhere where they have all that. Things
I
that can
turned
kill us, yeah.
60.
Oh, happy birthday, Mo. She'll be 65 next
Oh,
week.
wow. Happy
Yes.
birthday. Wow, 65. That seems like quite a milestone, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Isn't that,
Okay.
you can do like, what was I just looking at? Social Security. It's 65.
We did just talk about that last
Oh
week.
my
at length.
goodness. Yeah. I finally like pulled my, I don't even know. I looked through the Social Security thing and how that works. And I'm going to say it kind of seems like a ripoff.
Agreed.
That's what I'm going to say.
Agreed.
It's like, so you get it for like 5 years and then you die after you paid in for
yeah.
40 years.
And that's if you get it, right?
It seems a little
Mo
crazy.
says Medicare, lol. And Patti says
Oh,
geese are
Medicare,
mean.
yeah.
I like how we have like several different conversations going on at the same time where somebody can say geese are mean and then Medicare in the next comment.
Yeah, somewhere just looking at them, be like, what in the world?
What's
What
going
is
on?
going-
But to be fair, that's how we talk all day.
all day long.
I'm like, so going back to this, and then we go back to something
And
else.
interrupting each other all the time, which we're not upset about.
Not
I
at
know
all.
some people are probably think,
Not at
oh,
all.
these girls.
Not at all. No.
we just
No. Because one time after our lives, I never watched our lives afterwards. And I actually went and I apologized. I said, you guys, I talk over you all day long. I'm so sorry. That's so rude of me. I don't mean to do that. They're like, that's just how we talk. I'm like, are you sure you're not mad?
I think that one of us we could just keep talking if one didn't jump in at some point. So it's just fair game. And there was a little bit shiny fish. So it's just like, oh, now I thought of this.
A little bit?
The subjects. Poor Jessica, who has to go through and like type this thing out.
Honestly, thank God for Jessica. That woman has got the patience of a saint.
She did send me something though, because she was watching one of our things about businesses and what percentage of businesses survive so many years. And at 50 years, which we'll be celebrating, only 5% of companies have survived 50 years.
That's nuts.
And so we talked about why we think that is. But I thought that was pretty crazy. So I'm like, oh, I think for our thing, we're in the top 5%. Do you know, we're the 5%.
The top 5% of the top 1 to 3% of beans. We're the 5%. Yeah.
We're the 5%. And then people go, what? And like,
Bill says the best conversations are composed of many quantum leaps. Okay, but now we've got to talk about the show Quantum Leap, Bill. Is it Scott?
I remember that barely. I remember it.
I love that show. What was the guy's name? And we've talked about Quantum Leap.
What before. I just watched last night, Unorthodox.
Never heard of it.
I guess it's been out for a little bit. It's on Netflix, I think. And it's just one season or just like 5 episodes or whatever. Okay. But it's a girl who escapes the very rigid Orthodox part of religion.
Oh, okay.
You should watch it. It's pretty crazy. They have to shave their hair and wear wigs.
Woo.
So, and then that very segregated between men and women. And then they just want to, according to the show, like, I don't know, and it's a very small sect,
right? But
they just want to repopulate from after the 9 million that were lost in the Holocaust. So the men do whatever, and the women just baby.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they're not very educated. And
so that's really interesting.
It was very interesting to watch this girl who was very sheltered.
Yeah. Well, like even, I don't know. I think anytime you get a view into like other people's religion, right? Because we don't we understand what we were raised in, right? We met a girl who was Mormon when we were on the beach of Jamaica, and she was telling us stuff, and I'm like, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. Just because I like to learn, right? I like to learn different stuff about different religions. And,
absolutely. And then there's usually so many sects inside of religion.
Right. They're not all created equally.
Yeah. I know. I grew up Church of Christ, and there's like one cup. People with just different beliefs.
Yeah. Somebody told me I think like 2 days ago, there's more polygamists in Texas than there are in Utah. And I'm like, wait, I don't know. Is that a religion though?
Well, it's like Mormon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sect. Again, do you know what I mean? Things are very different inside of it.
Florida man is
hilarious.
Yes. It's just like people doing just crazy stuff. Like,
I think I heard about this.
Just like,
I don't watch much TV unless like somebody says something, then I go actively search it. Although I did watch Bridgerton. Well,
what's funny is like the person that did the crazy thing will be like, it's like interview style kind of. They'll be telling you what they did. Like, I took medication and then a 5th of Jaeger, and then I swam in somebody's pool that I broke into. And
somebody broke into our pool. I've lived that.
Yeah, that guy wasn't well either, was he?
No, but my husband was outside cooking. We've got a little thing by our pool, and he's cooking, and I'm inside, and we have somebody staying with us for the summer. So we all think that somebody knows this gentleman in our pool. And then my husband asked him, like, hey, who do you know? And he said, like, Candy or something. And he's like, there's no.
Looks like a Candy.
There's no Candy that lives here.
We don't know what Candy.
And then when he got out, he realized he only had his undershorts on.
Where was his clothes at?
They were on a chair next to the pool, and so he left without his clothes. And my husband grabbed a couple of his golf things as he was going in the golf cart, and so he just called the golf course and said, there's someone like in the course with only their underwear. and trying to give him a heads up. And I wasn't even mad about it. Like, we have a cool pool. If you see it from there, if he would have come and said, hey, sure, have a dip. I don't care. Have a beer. I don't care. But this guy was a little crazy. But then it was really got unfortunate because I guess he had some issues. He was very self-medicated,
Mm.
but and he went into some bushes to hide.
Oh, wow.
And so my husband is such a sweet man. He drove over to the golf club place, had a Gatorade and the guy's clothes, and he crawled in the bushes,
Oh, man.
gave the guy his stuff, and he said, this is going to go one of two ways. Either you come out with me, you know, I'm not mad, come out with me, or the police are going to drag you out. And he said, I'm not coming out with you.
Wow.
So the police drug him out, and it was not very good.
Wow.
So
What a day.
yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Kevin, how much have you drank? You can't like drive over there.
The police are gonna get you too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're gonna all just.
Oh my gosh.
And my, 13-year-old daughter at that time is like, oh, this is fun. I'm like, no, this is
not my idea of fun, sweet pea.
So,
Not my idea of
it
fun.
took a negative turn for
Yeah.
sure from someone just taking a dip. But my husband's like 10 feet away from him, and he's just swimming in the pool.
My favorite part is that everybody's just like, this is normal, you know.
But we thought it was that Lauren was staying with us. Actually, we thought maybe it's Lauren's friend.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it's my husband's friend. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But
Someone said, what are your thoughts on the trend of people making coffee with pop? Cool Water 83. I have not actually seen
now
that.
I'm going to see this. Maybe we'll do it next week. I won't be here next week, but
yeah.
maybe we
Wait,
can
you
do
won't be
it
here
and
next
see.
week?
I've got my executive.
I'm not
meeting.
here either. I have to make sure Britt knows too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So maybe they can all do pop.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we're going to look it up now and we'll do
Yeah.
it here and see.
Do they make it like in like a
I mean,
pour
they
over?
do make,
and,
we've seen that where they do they do it with the pop.
Do they use it like a pour over and pour soda
I think it's
over?
more like a spritzer or
like a dirty soda?
yes.
Oh, okay.
It's like a dirty soda,
Hmm.
I think.
I guess it depends on the flavors, right? I have so much.
I like the idea of having bubbles in my coffee.
I have discovered in the last like month that carbonation kills my stomach.
It probably does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird, right?
But is it the carbonation or the sugar, do you think?
I don't know. I feel really bloated, so I figure that. Logan says it's with Coke. I guess just mixed. Okay. Oh, mostly it's her actual
somebody
birthday.
did orange
Sorry.
juice on orange juice and espresso.
Uh-huh.
And I guess it's a big thing in Thailand
Okay.
to drink it, which I
Interesting.
thought that sounded,
Yeah.
and she said it's very refreshing.
Yeah.
And then the guy next to her tried it and said, are you actually paying for this? So, but maybe we should try that too. Orange
Yeah.
juice and pop.
Okay. We'll try that. And I was gonna make you guys real like Coke too one of these times. I saw a recipe
Oh, and
online where
cold
you're gonna
brew.
make it.
Okay, cold brew I can see being really good.
I just made a fresh batch of cold brew yesterday, actually, because I want to make I have some toasted coconut syrup and some other like tropical flavors I want to play
and our
with.
local ice cream place is making
Yeah.
coffee ice cream for us for next week.
Oh, nice.
So maybe I'll
We
have
won't be
that
here.
too.
Bummer.
So
Bummer.
okay.
But Mo, we're sorry. We're sorry we're gonna miss your birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. What a bummer. And Bill, thanks for joining us. Lovely to see everybody today.
Carbonated.
Yeah, carbonation and acid. I don't feel like I would love it, but I guess.
And this
we'll
chocolate
see.
cherry almond, maybe we'll slip some in your guys' next order.
Yes,
So.
I am going to be better. I'm saying that right now about putting these in sample bags and slipping them to you guys because after I'm done with one thing, I run off to the next thing. I literally have arrows painted on my office going in different directions because it really does signify to me that I'm in a million different. Yeah.
Yeah, I like coffee ice cream too, so I'm excited to see what he does with it. We
Yeah.
gave him cold brew and then regular coffee.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
We shall see.
But everybody have a great week and
Yes.
happy birthday, Mo.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Take care.